One of the main hallmarks of aging when it comes to our face is the volume loss. When we lose volume, and in some places gain volume in our face, it changes the way we look. We lose volume throughout our face. We lose volume in our temples, in our forehead, through our malar or cheek region, and lose volume along our jawline or between our lip and our chin, and our lips ultimately lose volume. We can use a tool like a dermal filler to replace some of the volume that's been lost. In the patient we're working with today, she has really a typical pattern of volume loss through her temples, her anterior cheeks, her lateral cheeks, and her jawline and chin, as well as her lips. One of the most important things to produce a natural result for someone is really having that aesthetic eye and appreciating balance and proportion. When the face is treated without that vision and without that care and attention to balance and proportion, that's when people start to look unnatural. When we see patients who have volume loss globally throughout their face or in several specific areas, and only one area is addressed, that can make things look unnatural. So with our patient today, we treated her through her temples, her cheeks, anterior, lateral, and inferior. We also treated her chin, jawline, and lips. It's also important to consider the dynamic results when we're looking at patients and utilizing dermal fillers. Really, we spend the majority of our days animated and in a dynamic fashion, smiling and frowning and speaking. It's very important to consider the results and the effects of your filler treatment on those dynamic movements. One of our most defining features is our smile, and you only have to change somebody's smile once unknowingly to find out how important that is to someone. It's an area that people really pay attention to. What people tend not to notice, because it's happening so slowly, is that our smile changes throughout our lifetime. As we lose support in the tissues, as the muscles get stronger, our smile gets bigger as we age and we start to show more teeth. When we're able to replace the volume adequately in the supporting structures of the face, those that support the areas around the mouth, it does change the smile, but usually in a positive way. It gives us a more youthful smile, and I think you can appreciate that in these before and after pictures. One of the other areas that you can see is very subtle, even though it makes a significant difference. People hardly A, ask for it, or B, get asked about it after it's done. They just don't notice it, and that's the temple region. People start to lose. We start to lose as we lean out, as we age, lose volume in our temples. The volume that we have up here provides a lot of support to not just the mid-face, but also some support to the lower face as well. One of the biggest things we do notice that when we replace volume loss in the temples is that we get a little bit of a lateral brow lift. We see more of the brow, and the brow is better supported with adequately volumized temples. These pictures also demonstrate the effects of revolumizing and adding back structure to the jawline and chin region. They just look sharper and better defined in her pictures. When we're able to give a patient a great, natural, well-balanced and proportioned result, one of the first things I hear from them is, wow, I look the way I used to look 5 to 10 years ago. And it's rewarding to hear, it's reassuring to hear, and it lets me know we've done the right thing for that individual. One of the things I've learned over these years is that there's a lot of misinformation out there in general when it comes to facial rejuvenation and healthy aging, but certainly when it comes to fillers. And I think that's because we've seen a lot of examples of dermal fillers not being done well and the unnatural results that have been produced. But I think this is demonstrated, and we demonstrate it every day, fortunately, at Preventus, that done properly, done well, with a view to proportion and balance and a natural look, people can get great results. So if you want a little bit more information, or you think dermal fillers might be for you, we're always happy to have a conversation. So please, take the time to come in, educate yourself, and make an informed decision.